And hello and welcome to the Gangelhoff Center here in St. Paul, Minnesota on the campus of Concordia University. I'm Dan Flanagan with today's Class 3A third place game featuring the St. Paul Johnson Governors and the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks. St. Paul Johnson out of Section 4, now with a record of 21-9 on the year. The Governors came into this tournament unseeded, but they knocked off the number 4 seed Austin 71-66 in the quarterfinals, fell to the number 1 seed Minneapolis Washburn 75-66 on Thursday in the semifinals at Target Center. They had a rematch with Washburn and lost to them in the Twin City Championship game and then fell again in the semifinals. Grand Rapids came in as the number 3 seed for the tournament. They defeated Mankato East 62-49 in the quarterfinals. They are now 25-6 on the year out of Section 7, and then lost to De La Salle on Thursday 67-44 in that semifinal matchup. So this third place game, St. Paul Johnson and Grand Rapids. We will get you the starting lineups now. First for the Governors, who will be designated as the visiting team. Vernon Simmons, their head coach. The Governors making their 11th state tournament appearance. Marcus Marshall starts in the backcourt. He's a Division I recruit headed to Missouri State to play basketball next year. 6'1" senior. Jalen Mobley, just a freshman, also starts at guard. He's at 5'11". And then also Darius Watson in the backcourt, a 5'11" senior. Bawan Adams is a 6'1" junior starting at guard. And then Quashim Smith-Pugh in the front court, a 6'3" senior. Pretty small. St. Paul Johnson starting 5. Marshall, Mobley, Watson, Adams, and Smith-Pugh. For Grand Rapids, again out of Section 7, they play as an independent. St. Paul Johnson out of the St. Paul City Conference. Dan Elhart in his 10th year as head coach of the Thunderhawks, nearly 200 career wins. They're making their 12th state tournament appearance. Austin Poland is their star, averages over 20 points per game, playing in his 5th consecutive state tournament. He's been playing since 8th grade, 6'1" senior. Also in the backcourt, David Leby, a 5'10" senior. And then at forward, Reed Bender, another senior at 6'3". Alex Ilikainen, just a freshman, 6'9", works in the middle, averages a double-double on the year. And then Mike Spoden down low as well. Spoden, a 6'8" senior. So Grand Rapids will certainly have the height advantage, see if they're able to pound the ball inside against this smaller St. Paul Johnson team, which will try to use their quickness. So again, Poland, Leby, Ilikainen, Bender, and Spoden, the starters for Grand Rapids. We've already had 2 third-place games. Saw Rushford Peterson defeat Mountain Lake Ironwood in the first Class A game, and then in 2A, Perham knocked off Braham. Minneapolis Washburn, De La Salle will play for the 3A championship at 6 o'clock over at Target Center. So just about ready to begin this one here, Grand Rapids and St. Paul Johnson, as we get set for some basketball here at the Gangelhoff Center in St. Paul. Starters getting out on the floor. Grand Rapids, the seeded team. They'll be officially the home team for this one in black, going from left to right. St. Paul Johnson in white. They move, of course, from right to left. The Thunderhawks starters on the floor. Governors joining them now, and we get set for basketball here. Again, Dan Flanagan, happy you could be with us here for this 3A third place game. Mike Spoden will jump it at 6'8" for Grand Rapids. It'll be Bawan Adams at 6'1" for St. Paul Johnson. Official at midcourt. We're underway in St. Paul. Spoden taps it back toward Ilikainen. Poland controls the first possession for the Thunderhawks. Austin Poland on the left side, guarded by Watson. Speeds it toward the front, the lane, gives to Ilikainen off the bottom of the rim, trying to go up with the right hand under the basket. Rebound Marshall up ahead on the right side for Adams. Bawan Adams gives it back to Marcus Marshall, top of the key, left for Darius Watson. Moves into the elbow, left corner Mobley, back to Watson in the center. 25 seconds in, no score. Marshall resets right side of the logo for the Governors. Isolated on Leby. Marshall dribbles left, hands it to Mobley. Now for Smith-Pugh. Given off to Watson, and he traveled. Darius Watson shuffling his feet, trying to get toward the basket. 35 seconds in, no score, and Grand Rapids will take it from left to right. Again, Johnson will try to use their quickness, push the tempo, and they set up a press. Watson right up in Poland's face, trying to deny him the ball, and Spoden's pass sails over his head, nearly out of bounds, but Poland able to save it. Watson will guard him full court. Poland over toward the right side, gets into the lane, dishes off Spoden, got Adams in the air, but too strong off glass, couldn't finish. Illikainen wrestles the rebound back up and in. Alex Illikainen with the 3-foot putback, first 2 points to Grand Rapids a minute into the game. On the right side, Marshall for Johnson. Moves to the corner, steps back for a long 2, and it's good. Had a toe on the line, but a pretty step back for Marcus Marshall. Game tied at 2. A minute 10 into the contest. And Austin Poland over to the left side for Grand Rapids. Picked up by Watson, help from Smith Pugh. Into the right corner, a 3 for Bender. Is in. Reed Bender knocks down the corner 3. 5-2 Grand Rapids, minute 25 in. Attacking was Smith Pugh trying to get it off to Mobley. Out of bounds off Grand Rapids. Johnson will throw it in underneath. Again, the Johnson Governors quickly going up and down the floor. 16:33 first half, 5-2 Thunderhawks. Watson trying to thread the needle to Marshall, tied up. Arrow does keep it with Johnson. David Levy got in there to disrupt Marcus Marshall. Actually, that was Austin Poland, but Marshall trying to get that inbounds pass. Watson bounces it for Adams across the lane to the right side over Spoden. Gets the roll off right rim. B.J. Adams about 7 inches shorter than Mike Spoden, able to put it home. And now Poland to the left side for Grand Rapids, getting Spoden out of the way. He was going to set up a screen. Poland drives it left over the top of Watson, off back rim, no good. And the rebound to Adams. B.J. Adams into the front court, speeds right, up with the right hand. Basket and the foul. B.J. Adams coast to coast. Down the floor was Reed Bender trying to draw the charge, but didn't get his feet set. So the first foul of the game against Bender, and Adams a chance for a 3-point play. About 2 minutes in, 6-5 Johnson. The Governors have a pretty deep bench. Grand Rapids will go about 6 or 7 deep. For Johnson, Jalen All-Britton checks in. All-Britton, a 5'10 senior, as he's in there for Jalen Mobley. Free throw for Adams is good. 3-point play for B.J. Adams. 7-5 Johnson, 16:03 first half. Darius Watson goes to the bench. Jalen Mobley comes right back in. He had come out. Johnson wanted Watson out instead. And Mobley, I wonder if he's going to have to wait, I think, until the next whistle. He can't come right back in after the mistake like that. The scorer's table letting the officials know Mobley can come back in, but he's got to wait till the next dead ball. 16:03 first half, 7-5 in favor of Johnson. Governors set up pressure. Spoden will inbound for the Thunderhawks. Trying to get it to Poland. He does. All-Britton all over him. Now the rest of the defense backs off. All-Britton will guard Poland full court up the left side. Speeds across the timeline, but dribbled off his foot. Picked up by Watson for the Johnson steal. 3-on-2. Levy trying to pick his pocket. Knocked it away, and it's out off Smith Pugh. Great hustle down the floor by David Levy. Disrupting Darius Watson. Grand Rapids ball left to right. 15:49 first half, 7-5 Johnson. And now Jalen Mobley gets back in for Darius Watson, who walks away from the bench a little frustrated after that last turnover. Poland up the right side for the Thunderhawks. A lot of contact from Smith Pugh and a foul. Quashim Smith Pugh will pick up his first personal, first team foul. And checking in now for Johnson is Shelby Ashford, 6'3 senior. He replaces Quashim Smith Pugh. 15:41 first half. Johnson leading 7-5 over Grand Rapids. Bender into Spoden, top of the key, looking for a cutting Poland, knocked away, but into the hands of Illikainen, off back rim from 8, and the rebound Marcus Marshall. He had denied the initial pass. Marshall will jog it up the center, hesitate, stop and go, move around Levy, steps back from 15 and hits it. And that's why he's playing Division I basketball next year. Marcus Marshall, always under control, a pure scorer. Johnson leads at 9-5, 4 points for Marshall, 15-15 first half. Over to the left side, it's Poland for Grand Rapids. On him, Ashford. Lob for Illikainen, able to collect it right block, up and short off right glass. Rebound tapped out to Mobley. He'll run it on the left side for the Governors. Stop in the middle, wait for teammates, give to Marshall. Marshall on the left side, working against Bender. Off a screen from Ashford. Bounces it right corner for Adams. Running the baseline. Runs into traffic. Trying to get it back out. Rolls free on the floor. Picked up by Spoden for Grand Rapids. And he'll go up ahead for Bender. Bender toward the lane, gives it to Poland, right corner, separation for a three. Off back rim, no good. Ilikainen the board, up with the right hand and home. Put back for Alex Ilikainen, he averages a double-double. Just a freshman, but very productive. Grand Rapids excited to have him for the next 3 years. 9-7 Johnson, 14-20 first half. Right wing, it's all Britain for the Governors. Adams, top of the key, drives it right. Across the lane to Mobley, picks it up and puts it in. Off left glass, Jalen Mobley, 11-7 Governors, about 4 minutes in. A lot of offense up and down the floor here in the early going. Poland hassled in the backcourt by Ashford and Mobley. Up ahead on the left side to Bender. Top of the key, Ilikainen gives it back to Poland. Poland isolated, drives it right. Jump stop in the lane, stripped and stolen by All Britain. One-on-one with Ilikainen. Runs into it, Ilikainen dribbles off his foot, and then Ilikainen tracks it down for the Thunderhawks. Both teams a little out of control. 13-38 first half. Johnson leads this third place game, 11-7. Poland way out on the right side for the Thunderhawks. Into the lane, pulls up from 10, and puts it home. First points for Grand Rapids leading scorer Austin Poland, and then Johnson jumped over the baseline inbounding the ball, an unforced error. So Grand Rapids will get it right back. 11-9 Johnson, 13-25 first half. Jalen Mobley comes out for the Governors along with Jalen All-Britain. Also out is Shelby Ashford. Quashim Smith-Pugh in once again for Johnson. And for the first time, Robert Shattered, a 6'1 junior, and also Devontae Durr, a 6' senior. Off the inbound, Poland lost control. Picked up by Durr. He'll run it up the middle, bounce it on the right side for All-Britain. Offensive foul. Somehow getting back to draw the charge was Reed Bender, and All-Britain led with that front arm. His first personal, second team foul. Johnson will set up pressure, 13-17 first half. Governors leading 11-9. Bender gets it to Leby on the left side, going left to right, trying to separate from All-Britain. Over to Poland, Durr's on him. Now switching on to a Marshall. Poland to the left side. Low dribble, spins away from Marshall. Free throw line jump pass to Bender. A right wing three is nothing but net. Great job breaking down the defense by Austin Poland to set up Reed Bender. Grand Rapids back in front. Left corner three, All-Britain answers. Jalen All-Britain comes right back. 14-12 Johnson. 12:45 first half. In the center, it's Poland. Double team for Grand Rapids. Gets it away. Now on the left side, Sam Smokrovich is in for the first time for the Thunderhawks. Smokrovich, a 6'4 sophomore. Right wing, Leby, a three. Rolls out off front rim, halfway down. Rebound, Durr battling, and he lost it out of bounds. Alex Ilikainen not giving up on the play, and Devontae Durr couldn't get control. Darius Watson back in for the Governors for Jalen All-Britain. 12:22 first half. Johnson 14, Grand Rapids 12. And Mark Laughlin in for the first time for Grand Rapids for David Leby. Laughlin, a 5'11 senior. Right baseline, Bender. Inbounds to Ilikainen, one bounce up, and he draws the foul. Alex Ilikainen will get to the line to shoot two. Third Johnson team foul. It's on Darius Watson, his first. So two free throws for Ilikainen. 2 points early on for him. Reed Bender's knocked down a couple threes, leads Grand Rapids with 6 points. Spins the free throw in off front rim. Ilikainen will get set to shoot his second one. Pretty good cheering section for Grand Rapids. Ilikainen makes both. Ties it back up at 14. 12:20 first half. Marshall up the right side for Johnson. Met by Poland. Off a screen from Smith-Pugh goes left. Left corner, it's Watson. Baseline around Bender. Up with two hands and in. From 5 feet, Darius Watson. 16-14 Johnson, about 6 minutes in. Poland on the right side for the Thunderhawks. Watson stays with him. Help now from Smith-Pugh. Lost his dribble, and a foul, they're going to say, as Quashim Smith-Pugh jumped in with Darius Watson. Smith-Pugh picks up the foul. That's his second. 4 Johnson team fouls now. So Smith-Pugh will sit with the 2 personals. B.J. Adams is going to check back in for St. Paul Johnson.
B.J. Adams back in for the Governors.
11:55 first half. Johnson leading 16-14. Bender right sideline, throws it into Poland. He's top of the key against Watson. Now over toward the left side. Hesitation dribble. Drives it right in the lane up with the right hand. Bakes home the floater over the top of Chatterd. Tough shot for Austin Poland. Ties it at 16, 11:39 first half. Watson into the middle for Johnson. Brings it out to the right corner. Bender on him. Right baseline, it's Adams. Watson swings to Marshall on the logo. He'll set things up. Right back to Watson against Bender. Chatterd right elbow. Left hand dribble, jump stop, and he traveled. Too many steps for Robert Chatterd trying to get up a shot. Johnson turnover. Mike Spoden back in for Alex Illikainen for Grand Rapids. Reed Bender will sit down as A.J. Watland in for the first time. Watland, a 6'1 sophomore. 11:19 to play first half. Johnson and Grand Rapids tied at 16. Durr nearly took the inbound away from Poland. Poland maintains control on the left side against pressure for the Thunderhawks. Behind his back in the middle. Marshall switches onto him. Poland over to the right side. Marshall poked it away and it's out off Poland. Johnson making Austin Poland's life very difficult. He's handled it for the most part, but turned it over that time. 11:06 first half, tied at 16. And the Governors go right to left. Devontae Durr running the point. Durr on the logo. As guarding him is Laughlin. Durr looking left, drives the block, gives it to Adams on the baseline. Top of the key, Watson, 15-footer. Grazes front rim, no good. Poland picks up the rebound. He'll bring it up the middle. Poland trying to get left, tied up by Marshall. The arrow keeps it with Grand Rapids, as Marcus Marshall got his hands in there to wrap it up. 10:40 first half, game tied at 16. Right baseline, Watland will throw it in for the Thunderhawks. Right corner to Poland. Cross court to Watland. Thought about the three. Free throw line, Spoden. Out to Laughlin. Watland in the corner again, trying to get it down low for Smokervich. Instead, it's Laughlin on the left wing. Game's been played at a fast pace. Laughlin has it knocked away by Adams. Gets it back over to Smokervich, left arc. Into the lane, Wiener with the left hand. Can't get the bounce off back rim. Has his own rebound, right block. Kicks it back out to Poland, top of the key. Deep three. Short from straight on. And the rebound tap to Adams for Johnson. He'll push it into the middle. B.J. Adams gives it right side to Devontae Durr. 10 minutes remaining first half, tied at 16. Durr takes it left out to Watson, a left wing three. Rolls off right rim, no good. Poland with the rebound for Grand Rapids. And he'll bring it over to the left side. Bounces it up ahead to a cutting Spoden. Off left glass and home. Great assist for Austin Poland. Sets up Mike Spoden in transition. 18-16 Grand Rapids. 9:40 first half. Driving the right baseline. Marshall leader is no good. Rolls out off front rim, but he was fouled. So Marcus Marshall gets to the line to shoot two. Just the second Grand Rapids team foul. It's on Austin Poland, his first. 9:36 first half, 18-16 Grand Rapids. Marshall shooting two. First one good. Shelby Ashford and Jalen Albritton back in for Johnson, for Robert Chatterd and Darius Watson. Mark Laughlin, Sam Smokervich sit down for Grand Rapids as David Leby and Alex Illikainen come back in. Second free throw for Marshall after he made the first one is good. Pair for Marcus Marshall. He'll head to the bench for his first rest now. Jalen Mobley back in for the Governors. Game tied once again, back and forth so far in the first half. 18 apiece right now. Johnson will press as Spoden inbounds. Gets it to Leby in the middle. Back for Spoden. All over him is Ashford. Hand off to Leby. And a timeout called by Grand Rapids. Thunderhawks trapped in the backcourt. We get our first timeout of the day. 30-second timeout for the Thunderhawks, called by head coach Dan Elhard. As again, this 3A third place game. St. Paul Johnson, Grand Rapids tied at 18. Trying to finish their seasons with a win. We'll have the 4A third place game coming up after this to close out the day at the Gangel Center. Hopkins at Eden Prairie, who came into that 4A tournament as the number 1 and the number 2 seed. They'll be playing for third place right around 4 o'clock. 9:29 first half here, tied at 18. And Grand Rapids will have it left to right in black. Johnson still applying pressure. Spoden set to inbound. Gets it away to Poland. Ashford and Durr try to trap him. Up ahead to Watland on the left wing. Spoden top of the key. Right corner. Leby wide open for three. Can't get it to go off front rim. Rebound Adams. Adams speeds it up the right side. Hesitation over to Durr, right baseline. Trying to go across to Albritton. Threw it off the backboard. And Grand Rapids ball. 9:09 first half, tied at 18. Reed Bender's back in for the Thunderhawks, replacing A.J. Watland. Spoden again inbounds against the pressure over Illikanen's head and picked up by Mobley. Johnson gets the steal. Left side to Albritton. Right to Durr. Left wing, it's Adams. One-on-one with Illikanen. Left corner has Albritton, a long three. Banks it in, using the glass. Jalen Albritton with the corner three. 8:50 to play first half. Johnson up 21-18. Illikanen catches the long feed left wing. Right to Leby. Right corner, it's Bender. Puts it on the floor, gives it to Poland. Way out on the right side. Backdoor lob, Illikanen catches it under the hoop. Goes left, too strong off glass. Ashford held his ground. Speeding it up the middle, Jalen Mobley. Stutters right, up in traffic, he's fouled. So Jalen Mobley will get to the line for two. Grand Rapids trying to get back down the floor against the Johnson speed. Their third team foul. It's on Reed Bender, and that's his second. So Bender, the first Grand Rapids player to pick up two personals. 8:28 first half, 21-18 in favor of Johnson, and now a 4-point lead as Mobley knocks down the first free throw. Marcus Marshall back in for Johnson for Devontae Durr. And the second free throw now for Jalen Mobley. No good, short. Illikanen the rebound for Grand Rapids. And Austin Poland will take it up the floor. 8:22 first half. Governors by 4, 22-18. Poland trapped by Marshall and Ashford, gets it away to Bender on the right side. Albritton on him. Right side of the logo, Poland against Marshall. Back for Bender. Illikanen top of the key. Working on Mobley, has a huge height advantage, trying to get it to Poland, taken down by Marshall and bounced out of bounds for the turnover. Grand Rapids wanted a foul, but Marshall and Poland getting tangled up. Officials saying incidental contact. 22-18 Governors, 7:55 to play in the first half. Marshall jogs it up the right side. Off an Ashford screen, takes it left. Left corner, Albritton a three. Good over Leby. Second three for Jalen Albritton off the bench, and Johnson has their largest lead, 25-18. 7:40 to play first half. Albritton nearly took it away from Spoden. Spoden up the center. Mobley trying to wrestle it away. He's called for the foul. So Mike Spoden not a ball handler. Johnson attacking him, but Jalen Mobley called for the reach. His first personal, the fifth team foul on the Governors. 7:34 first half, 25-18. Johnson leading. They've scored 7 unanswered points. Bender inbounds on the right sideline. Gets to Spoden, top of the key against Ashford. Left post looking for Illikanen, stepping in front for the steal, B.J. Adams. Adams to the left block, leads for Ashford, 10-footer, off front rim, no good. Illikanen strong board. He's been piling up some rebounds early. Poland outlet caught by Bender for a trailing Spoden. He's fouled hard. Grand Rapids running the break, and Mike Spoden will get a couple free throws. Austin Poland very good at those outlet passes. That's what set it up. Sixth Johnson team foul. It's on Shelby Ashford, his first. 7:16 first half. Johnson leads it 25-18. A couple free throws for Mike Spoden. First one is good. So Spoden hitting his first free throw. He'll try the second. And that one's good as well. 25-20 in favor of Johnson. 7:16 first half. Mark Laughlin back in for Grand Rapids. He replaces Mike Spoden. St. Paul Johnson 9 of 12 from the field. Grand Rapids just 7 of 19. Governors have turned it over 8 times. Grand Rapids 6. Albritton on the left side, bounces it to Ashford, top of the key, hands it to Marshall. 7 minutes remaining first half, Johnson by 5. Marshall steps back, 17-footer good. Marcus Marshall has that step-back jumper down to a science. He now has 8 points on 3 of 3 shooting. 27-20 Johnson, 6:45 first half. Leby way out on the left side for the Thunderhawks, in the middle to Poland. He'll dribble it right, guarded by Ashford on the perimeter. Poland into the lane, dishing for Illikainen, but it's through his hands and out of bounds. Grand Rapids turning it over. Johnson ball right to left. Governors up 27-20. About 6.5 minutes before the break. Albritton on the left side, guarded by Leby, goes to Mobley in the center. He'll slow it down. Mobley gets a screen from Adams, takes it right, leaves for Marshall. Quick three is good. Marcus Marshall has not missed yet. 4 of 4 from the field, now with 11 points. He averages over 20 per game. Johnson a double-digit lead, 30-20. 6:07 first half. Poland trapped in the backcourt. Pass tipped by Ashford. Picked up by Leby, trying to shovel it to Bender, but he ran out of time. 10 seconds called. Johnson's pressure giving Grand Rapids difficulty. That is their 8th turnover. 6:02 first half. Johnson on top, 30-20. The Governors have put together a 12-2 run. Marshall over to the right side. Left corner for Mobley. Thought about the three. Goes back to Marshall instead. Poland's on him. Marshall off a screen from Adams. Goes right. Right corner. It's a three for Albritton off the side of the backboard. Gets it back. Puts it up. He's fouled. And Jalen Albritton will head to the line. 4th Grand Rapids team foul. As the foul on Alex Illikainen. That's his first. Albritton's first free throw bounces in off front rim. Johnson now 5 of 6 at the line as a team. BJ Adams, Shelby Ashford out for Johnson. Robert Shattered and Quashim Smith-Pugh back in. Devontae Durr will come on the floor as well for Jalen Mobley. 5:41 first half, now 31-20 in favor of Johnson. Albritton shooting his second free throw. It's also good. So Jalen Albritton with a pair. He has 8 points off the bench. Actually 10 points now for Albritton. 3 of 4 from the field. He's made 3 from beyond the arc. 32-20 Johnson, 5.5 minutes before the break. And Poland trying to get it to Illikainen, open under the basket, but too much on the pass. Over his head and out of bounds, and Grand Rapids trying to figure out a way to solve this pressure. Now with 9 turnovers. They've turned it over on their last 3 possessions. Mike Spoden's back in for David Leby on the Thunderhawks side. 5:28 first half. Johnson by 12, 32-20. Taking control here later in the half on a 14-2 run at the moment after the game went back and forth early. Right side, it's Durr with it for the Governors. Left wing to Marshall. Left corner, Albritton. Left elbow to Smith-Pugh. Up in traffic with the right hand, it's good. First points of the game for Quashim Smith-Pugh. And now 5 minutes remaining first half. Johnson's lead up to 14, 34-20. Poland trying to get his Thunderhawks back on track. He's trapped again at the timeline. Gets it away to Laughlin, top of the key. He'll take it right. 10-footer up and in. Mark Laughlin is Grand Rapids able to beat the pressure that time. 34-22 Johnson. 4:40 first half. Durr on the logo running the point for the Governors. Marcus Marshall getting to play off the ball. Albritton bounces it for Smith-Pugh. Over to Shattered, center of the lane. He's fouled. Shot too strong, but Robert Shattered will go to the line for a couple free throws. 5th Grand Rapids team foul. And that's the second personal on Alex Illikainen. Illikainen, 6 points, 5 rebounds for him, but now a couple fouls. Averages a double-double on the year. Shattered's first free throw bounces in off front rim. Darius Watson back in for the Governors. Gives Jalen Albritton a pat on the back. Albritton 10 big points off the bench. He checks out. Shattered made the first free throw, second one. Rattles out off back rim, rebound Spoden. So 1 of 2 for Shattered. 35-22 in favor of Johnson. 4:25 first half. Poland hassled in the backcourt again by Marshall. Trying to get free, running out of time. 10 seconds. Second time Grand Rapids has been whistled for 10 seconds trying to deal with that Johnson pressure. They have now turned it over 10 times here in the first half. 4:21 to play before the break. Johnson on an 18-4 run. Actually making an 18-5 run, but they lead it 35-22. Marshall off a chattered screen, top of the key, a three. His first miss of the day off front rim. Rebound picked up by Chattered. He goes left and draws the foul, and that's going to be 3 on Alex Ilikainen. So Dan Elhard took the gamble, left the freshman in with 2 fouls. But he has now picked up the third and will have to check out with 4:08 remaining in the first half. 6-team foul. Robert Chattered back to the line. He just went 1 of 2. First one here is no good off front rim. So Ilikainen comes out with the 3 fouls. Sam Smokrovich is back in for Grand Rapids. And Chattered will shoot his second free throw after missing the first one. It's good. 1 of 2 for Chattered. He comes out. B.J. Adams back on the floor for the Governors. 4:08 first period. Johnson matching their largest lead at 36-22. Smokrovich inbounds against pressure, trying to get it to Poland, and he's fouled. So Grand Rapids in the bonus now. 7th Johnson team foul. Devontae Durr reached in on that one. First personal on Durr. So Austin Poland goes to the line for a 1-and-1. Grand Rapids trying to fight their way back into this one. Johnson's been able to put a run together, build this 14-point lead in the 3A third place game. Poland, the leading scorer for the Thunderhawks, has had to deal with the pressure, been fairly quiet. Does make the first free throw. Now 5 points for him, 2 of 6 shooting from the field. Second free throw. No good off back rim. Rebound Adams. So 1 of 2 for Poland. 36-23 Johnson. 4 minutes remaining first half. Adams attacks right, blocked by Smokrovich, but a foul before the block. Collision, and they're going to get Mike Spoden for a blocking foul as he didn't have his feet set down low. So Spoden picks up his first, 7th team foul, and it's 2 shots for B.J. Adams. Johnson at the line, making 8 of 11. Been able to draw a lot of fouls, and Adams makes the first one. Shelby Ashford is in for Johnson for Quashim Smith-Pugh. Also Jalen Mobley back on the floor, replaces Marcus Marshall. Second free throw for B.J. Adams, who now has 6 points. And that one good as well. Adams with a pair. Johnson has their largest lead, 38-23. 4 minutes remaining in this first half. And Poland over to the left side. On him full court is Mobley. Trying to take it right now. Poland pulls up from 15, gets it to go. Tough pull-up shot for Austin Poland. 38-25 Johnson, 3:40 first half. Watson runs the left baseline, block going up by Spoden, who comes down with it. And now Poland will bring it up the right sideline. Poland into the lane, spins free from Watson, but throws it right to Durr. He's tied up by Spoden. The arrow does keep it with Johnson. Spoden not giving up on the play, though. Governor ball from right to left. 3:26 first half. Johnson by 13, 38-25. As walking it up the middle, Devontae Durr. On him is Austin Poland. Durr over to the right side. Gives it left for Mobley. Mobley will get things set up. Left wing, it's Durr. Jump stop center of the lane, trying to feed it through traffic, taken away by Spoden. And now Poland will run it on the right side for the Thunderhawks. Stop and go move around Ashford up at the right hand, threw it off the side of the backboard, but he's fouled. 2:57 remaining first half, 38-25 Johnson and Austin Poland. Couple free throws. 7th Johnson team foul. Shove on Shelby Ashford, his second. Actually the 8th team foul for the Governors. Poland's first is good. He's now 2 of 3 at the line. Jalen Albritton, Marcus Marshall back in for Johnson for Devontae Durr and Darius Watson. And Poland will shoot the second free throw after making the first. No good, spins off back rim, Spoden the board, back up and in off right glass. Mike Spoden the putback after the missed free throw, and Grand Rapids wants a timeout. Dan Elhard's team trying to fight back within 10. 5 quick points with 2:53 remaining in the first half. Johnson's lead now at 38-28. Governors up by as many as 15 here in this first half. At one point put together a 21-6 run after the game went back and forth early. Number of ties and lead changes in the opening minutes. But Johnson building that 15-point lead. Grand Rapids trying to at least get the deficit down to single digits before halftime. Give themselves a chance in the second period. It's Class 3A third place game. Minneapolis Washburn and De La Salle will play for the 3A championship later on at Target Center. But the Johnson Governors, who came in unseeded, beat Austin in the quarterfinal game before falling to the 1-seed Washburn. Grand Rapids was the 3 seed. They knocked off Mankato East and then fell to the 2-seed De La Salle. Mobley will jog it up the middle. 2:47 first half. Johnson ahead 38-28. Grand Rapids had called that last timeout. Marshall in the right corner, looking for help. Bounces it to Adams on the right elbow. Spins left into the lane. Banks it home. B.J. Adams very good at creating separation. He now has 9 points. 40-28 Johnson. 2:27 first half. Laughlin running the point now for the Thunderhawks, giving Poland a chance to get a little rest playing off the ball. Right side, Smokovich had it go through his hands. Poke free by Albritton on the floor, and a jump ball. The arrow does keep it with Grand Rapids. They'll throw it in right sideline. 2:14 remaining before halftime. Johnson ahead 40-28. And the inbound for Reed Bender. Alex Ilikainen has picked up 3 fouls. He's been sitting for a while for the Thunderhawks. Their stud freshman. Poland on the right wing takes it toward the corner, bouncing it for Spoden. Spoden trying to kick it out, up with the left hand. Can't get the bounce off back rim. Rebound picked up by Smokovich. He's blocked going up by Adams. Out of bounds. Grand Rapids will keep it. B.J. Adams, an impressive block there. Exactly 2 minutes remaining first half. Johnson ahead 40-28. And left baseline, it'll be inbounded by Bender. Gets it to Poland. Albritton on him. Poland spins, 15-footer, he's fouled. Shot well short, but Austin Poland got shoved. 9th Johnson team foul. Poland to shoot 2. Trying to cut the deficit back to 10. Jalen Albritton the foul, his second. So the free throws for Poland, 2 of 4 at the line, and the first one rattles in off front rim. He now has 9 points. And Poland will shoot his second. It is also good. 40-30 Johnson now, minute 56 first half. A.J. Watland back in for the Thunderhawks, replacing Reed Bender. Grand Rapids hoping for a stop. Dan Elhard yelling out to his team late in the first half. Johnson up 10. Marcus Marshall walking it along the right side. On him is Poland. Marshall speeds left into the lane. Kick out Mobley. Left corner 3. No good, short. Looking for the follow. Albritton couldn't get a clean handle. Trying to tip it in with the right hand. Rebound out off Smokovich. Johnson will throw it in underneath. Minute 35 first half. Johnson ahead 40-30. And the inbound for Marshall, or for Mobley into Marshall, and he's fouled on the right side. So Marcus Marshall gets to the line. Matching Jalen Albritton with 11 points. Those two lead all scorers. 2 free throws for him here. It was the 8th Grand Rapids team foul. First free throw good. Austin Poland picked up the foul, his second. Robert Chattert and Devontae Durr back in for Johnson for B.J. Adams and Jalen Mobley. Marcus Marshall with his second free throw. And it's good. Marshall gets Johnson's lead back to 12, 42-30. Minute 30 left in this opening half. Marshall now with 13 points. Laughlin trying to go behind his back to shed Durr. Does get it over to the right side. Durr, very aggressive defense, and he is called for the reach. Grand Rapids was yelling for a foul for a few seconds. Durr with his second, 10th team foul. So Grand Rapids in the double bonus now. Automatic 2 for Mark Laughlin. Laughlin with 2 points so far on the game. First free throw, good. Darius Watson back in for Johnson. Devontae Durr will sit after picking up that second foul. And the second free throw for Laughlin after he made the first one. It's good as well. 42-32 Johnson, minute 23 first half. Sprinting along the right side, Marshall stops off a screen from Ashford, goes left, leaves it for Watson on the logo. Watson holding it over to the left side. Laughlin the defender. Watson moves it back right. Hesitation move over to Albritton. 1 minute remaining first half. Marshall straight on three. No good off right rim. Chatterd able to corral the board for the Governors. Back out to Ashford. Crossover into the lane. Taken away by Smokovich going up. A great block. Flying to the ball without fouling. Laughlin up ahead for Poland of the Thunderhawks. Stops on the wing. Cross court to Watland. Touched over to Smokovich. Back to Watland right corner. Lob off of Spoden's hand, and Watson chases it down for the Governors. He'll give it left wing, Albritton, and he traveled. Albritton thinking momentarily about that three before going to the basket. Turned it over. A lot of turnovers in this first half now. 10 for Johnson, 11 for Grand Rapids. A.J. Watland sits down. As Reed Bender back in for Grand Rapids. Quashim Smith-Pugh in for Jalen Albritton on the Johnson side. 32 seconds left first half. Johnson 42, Grand Rapids 32 in this 3A third place game. Laughlin on the left side. Poland takes it near the logo. We'll see if Grand Rapids holds for the last shot. Johnson playing aggressive defense with Marshall and Watson, and then Chatterd takes the pass away from Laughlin. Johnson's pressure paying off with a steal. Watson gets the bounce pass right block. 10 seconds left in the half, and Marshall will hold it on the right side. Isolated, screen from Chatterd. Marshall goes left into traffic, off glass, banks it in with 2 seconds left, and that's going to take us into halftime. Marcus Marshall, a very impressive first period, finishes with 15 points on 5 of 7 shooting. And the Governors leading most of the half. At one point had a 21-6 run. They go into the locker room with a 12-point lead. So this 3A third place game, a lot of offense as both teams shooting the ball pretty well. Johnson extremely well, over 60% at 14 of 23. Grand Rapids right around 42%. But again, at the half, the score, St. Paul Johnson 44, Grand Rapids 32. We are going to step away for a few minutes here. We'll come back with the first half stats and the second half of this 3A third place game here from the Gangelhoff Center. Again, it is St. Paul Johnson 44, Grand Rapids 32, and this is the Class 3A third place game. Dan Flanagan back with you here from the Gangelhoff Center in St. Paul, Minnesota. Halftime of this Class 3A third place game. St. Paul Johnson leading Grand Rapids 44-32 at the break, led by as many as 15. Shot the ball extremely well, Johnson did in that first half, and did a good job getting to the free throw line, taking advantage of their opportunities there. They were 14 of 23 from the field, about 61%. 4 of 9 from 3 and 12 of 15 at the line in that first half. Grand Rapids 10 of 24 from the field, about 42%, 2 of 6 from 3, and they also did a pretty good job getting to the line, 10 of 12, shooting free throws. Rebounding pretty even. Grand Rapids a height advantage, and they had a 14-13 edge on the board, 7-4 on the offensive glass. Both teams got called for 9 fouls. A lot of turnovers on either side. 7 assists, 10 turnovers for Johnson, 3 assists, and 13 turnovers for the Thunderhawks. Grand Rapids blocked 2 shots, had 3 steals, 1 block, and 7 steals for Johnson. The Governors led by Marcus Marshall. The Missouri State recruit had 15 points in that first half, 5 of 7 from the field. And then also 11 points off the bench for Jalen Albritton, who knocked down 3 threes. 9 points for B.J. Adams, 3 for Jalen Mobley, and 2 for Quashim Smith-Pugh, Darius Watson, and Robert Chattard. 4 rebounds for B.J. Adams as well. Jalen Mobley had a couple assists, a number of other players with 1. Jalen Albritton blocked a shot and also had 2 steals, so he had a huge 11 minutes off the bench. Robert Chattard, Devontae Durr, B.J. Adams, Darius Watson, Marcus Marshall with steals as well. Grand Rapids led by 10 points from Austin Poland, 3 of 7 from the field, 4 of 6 at the line. Alex Illikainen, Reed Bender, and Mike Spoden all had 6. Illikainen, 6 points, 5 rebounds. He averages a double-double on the year, just a freshman, but picked up 3 fouls in that first half, limited to 12 minutes. And then 4 points as well for Mark Laughlin on the Thunderhawks side. Illikainen had the 5 boards, a couple other players with 3. Austin Poland, 2 assists. He did turn it over 6 times, though. Block shots for Mike Spoden and Sam Smokovich, and a couple steals for Austin Poland. Reed Bender had 1 as well. Johnson will begin with the ball in white, going from left to right. As we get this second half underway, both teams with their first half starters on the floor. Darius Watson will initiate for Johnson, up 44-32 as we start the second period in this 3A third place game. Marcus Marshall will run the point for the Governors on this first possession. Picked up by Austin Poland. Marshall speeds it over to the left side. Hand off to Mobley, drives free throw line, gives it to Watson. Right back for Smith-Pugh. He'll take it right. Mobley drives around Bender over the top of Spoden. Couldn't finish off glass. Rebound tapped out, controlled by Poland. He'll run one-on-one. Watson so quick down the floor, gets in front. Poland has to stop, can't finish off back rim, but Illikainen there to follow. It was very impressive defense by Darius Watson, forced Poland to change his mind, but Illikainen running the floor as well, put it back. 44-34 Johnson, 40 seconds to go. I gotta imagine Darius Watson is a track sprinter. He's pretty quick up and down that court. Left wing of Marshall, contested 3, spins out off front rim. Illikainen has the rebound knocked away by Watson, saved, but Poland gets it for the Thunderhawks, and he'll take it right to left. Outlet for Illikainen, catches along the baseline, saves for Bender. Left wing, the 3 is just short. Illikainen battling for the rebound, knocked down, no foul, and it's out of bounds to Johnson. Grand Rapids fans can't believe the whistle didn't blow. 1 minute into the second half, Johnson by 10, 44-34. And Marcus Marshall will walk it up the right side. Marshall isolated on Poland, goes left, hands it to Mobley. Mobley back for Watson. And broken up by Levy on its way to Marshall, knocked into the Johnson bench. Governors will side out on the left end. Watson into the left corner for Smith-Pugh, fakes the drive, gives it back to Marshall way out on the left wing. 16:38 to play, 44-34 in favor of Johnson. Marshall in the left corner for Adams. Adams speeds free throw line, out to Watson, top of the key. Watson matched up against Bender, goes left, hands it to Marshall. Poland on him, knocked away by Poland, out of bounds. Johnson will try again. 16:20 to go. Governors up 44-34. Watson into Marshall. Poland works against him, left off a Smith-Pugh screen. Left corner Mobley to a cutting Smith-Pugh. Up in traffic, off back rim, no good. Spoden and the rebound knocked away, but Illikainen able to pick it up for Grand Rapids. And Poland will take it up the right sideline, cutting to the middle. Poland stops on the logo against Marshall. Left off an Illikainen screen. Falling down, and he was fouled. Tripped up that time. Now the play where Illikainen was knocked down looked like a foul. That may have been incidental contact, but possibly a makeup call. First foul of the half. It's on Quashim Smith-Pugh, his third, so he'll sit down, replaced by Shelby Ashford. 15:55 to go, 44-34 Johnson. Governors still haven't scored in the second half. Bender left baseline, looking to inbound. Finds Poland in the left corner against Mobley. Left elbow Illikainen, 15-footer, no good off front rim. Mobley crashes for the Johnson rebound. He'll go up ahead to Ashford on the right wing. Back to Mobley, cutting in Adams. Free throw line pull-up is short over Illikainen. Rebound tapped out, juggled around. Ashford controls it left wing for Johnson. 2.5 minutes in, 44-34 in favor of the Governors. Top of the key, it's Marshall driving right, forces it up, basket and the foul. The strength of Marcus Marshall absorbing contact, still got the shot to fall. He's up to 17 points. First points of the half for the Governors, and Marshall goes to the line for a free throw. First team foul for Grand Rapids. And Devontae Durr, Jalen Albritton come in. They replace Darius Watson and Jalen Mobley. The foul was on Austin Poland, his third. And Marshall makes the free throw. Now 5 of 5 at the line, has 18 points, 47-34 Johnson. 15-26 first half. Pressure from the Governors. Ashford and Albritton trap Poland, running out of time. And Grand Rapids calls a 30-second timeout. Johnson's pressure has forced Dan Elhard to burn a couple timeouts. As we're trying to draw up a way to get through the backcourt, navigate it. Had 2 10-second violations in that first half as well. Grand Rapids did. But Johnson a 13-point lead. They've been up by double digits since about midway through the first half. Trying to take this third place game for Class 3A. We'll have Hopkins at Eden Prairie in the 4A third place game after this. As Bender will have the inbound for Grand Rapids out of the timeout. Bender looking for Poland. Gets away from Ashford into the middle this time. Ashford and Marshall trying to set up the trap. Poland picked up his dribble. Forces it up ahead to Ilakanen behind the defense. He'll take it for a two-hand slam. That's what happens when you beat the pressure. A dunk for Alex Ilakanen. Now Ashford on the other end, center of the lane, dishes off for Adams. Adams baseline in on Spoden. Ilakanen knocked it away. Adams gets it back, misses off back rim. Spoden the rebound. Up ahead, Ilakanen again, another jam! Back-to-back dunks for Alex Ilakanen. 47-38 Johnson, 14:43 to go. And Grand Rapids fans as loud as they've been this afternoon. Marshall on the logo. Really loud now on the near side bleachers. Marshall into the right corner. Puts it up short. Rebound, Ilakanen. Poland runs into Durr, knocked away, stolen by Ashford. Up ahead, Marshall scoops it up. Too strong off right glass. Ilakanen the rebound. And Poland will hustle it from right to left. Grand Rapids with the momentum at the moment. Stop and go move. Poland up with the right hand. Basket of the foul. 3-point play opportunity for Austin Poland. A blocking foul called on B.J. Adams. Actually make that Jalen Albritton. He didn't have his feet set. And Grand Rapids as close as they've been in a long time. It's the third foul on Albritton's second team foul. Quashim Smith-Pugh in for B.J. Adams, 47-40. Johnson now with 14:09 to play. Poland's free throw is no good. It spins off front rim. The rebound for Ashford. Poland now 4 of 7 at the line. Going left is Durr, and he's fouled on his way to the basket. Second Grand Rapids team foul. It's on the floor, so no free throws. Foul on David Leby, his first. About 4 minutes into the second half, a couple dunks by Alex Ilakanen have gotten this Grand Rapids crowd back into it. They're within 7, 47-40. Getting out in transition a couple times. Durr, long 2 right corner is good. Tough shot, Devontae Durr. Gets things back in Johnson's favor. 49-40 Governors, 13:50 to play. Ashford trying to take away the pass from Leby, and he's called for a foul. Collided with Ilakanen. Third Johnson team foul. It's the third on Shelby Ashford. 13:49 to play. Johnson by 9, 49-40. Bender inbounding. Gets it to Poland. Poland up the right sideline. Durr will pick him up. Poland in the front court. Stops at 10 feet, puts it up short. Rebound taken by Durr for Johnson. Runs it over to the left side, attacks Poland, gets around him, couldn't finish off left backboard, and the rebound Spoden. Poland will run it right to left for the Thunderhawks. Poland, left wing, lob, Illikainen puts it up, draws the foul. Alex Illikainen about 6 inches taller than anybody on the floor, so they use him for the lob, and he'll get a couple free throws, establishing himself here in the second half. Illikainen picked up 3 first-half fouls, now up to a double-double, 12 points, 10 rebounds. 13:19 to go, 49-40 Johnson. Illikainen shooting 2, first free throw good. He's now 3 of 3 at the stripe. Mark Laughlin comes in for Grand Rapids for David Leby. Robert Chatterd replaces Shelby Ashford on the Johnson side. And Illikainen will shoot his second free throw after making the first one. It is also good. 49-42 Johnson, 13:18 to play. Marshall up the right side for the Governors. In the middle to Smith Pugh. He'll drive it right. Gives to Chatterd, off glass short. Illikainen the rebound. Up the left side now, it's Poland. 7 as close as Grand Rapids has been in a long time, trying to cut it further. Poland with the left wing 3, and air ball short, long attempt there. Up the center, Marshall pull up 3. No good off right rim. Rebound, Smith Pugh back up and in. Off right glass, Quashim Smith Pugh. 51-42 Johnson, 12:45 to go. Both teams with some quick shots. Smith Pugh was able to follow. Illikainen against Durr. Not a ball handler, trying to give it up. Does to Laughlin. Over on the right side, Poland trying to get around Marshall. Speeding across the timeline, just got it in there in time. Scoops it off left glass and in. Austin Poland finally found a seam. Up and down right now, 51-44, Johnson 12:20 to play. Top of the key of Smith Pugh 3. Out and back in. Off back rim, it spun out but fell back down. Quashim Smith Pugh with the triple. He's heating up now with 7 points. 54-44 Johnson, 12:05 to play. Poland on the left side for Illikainen. Durr went for the steal, didn't get it. Illikainen over to Bender on the left arc. Poland will slow it down a bit on the left side. On him is Albritton. Right off a Spoden screen. Albritton didn't get the steal. Poland drives it left. Lob for Illikainen, lays it in. Alex Illikainen from Austin Poland, 54-46 Johnson. 11:40 to play. Marshall into the left corner, he's fouled. Third Grand Rapids team foul as Marshall dribbled to the baseline. Foul on Reed Bender, his third. As A.J. Watland back in for Grand Rapids for Reed Bender. Devontae Durr and Quashim Smith Pugh check out for Johnson. Darius Watson and B.J. Adams back in. Left corner Albritton off the inbound, had to get around Adams, and then throws it out of Watson's reach and out of bounds. Johnson spacing a bit off on that play. The Governors turn it over. Their 11th turnover of the game, first of the second half. 11:32 remaining. Johnson holding an 8-point lead, 54-46. Up by as many as 15 in the first half. Grand Rapids has gotten as close as 7. 8-point game now. Poland center of the lane, dishes out to Watland. Open 3 left corner. Off front rim, no good. Illikainen Chatterd battle for the rebound. It's on the floor. Illikainen trying to secure it. Still tied up, and finally a jump ball called. The arrow does keep it with Grand Rapids. 11:10 remaining. Johnson by 8 in this 3A third place game. 54-46. Right baseline, A.J. Watland will inbound for the Thunderhawks. Right corner, he has Poland. Trying to get around Adams, scoops it up and in. Tough shot, Austin Poland has his team within 6, 54-48, 7 minutes into the half. Left corner, it's Adams attacking. Leaves for Chatterd, up with 2 hands, he's fouled. B.J. Adams broke it down for Robert Chatterd, who will get a couple free throws. If that's on Illikainen, it's his 4th, and it is. So 4 fouls on Illikainen, who has 10 points and 7 rebounds in the second half, 16 and 12 overall. But now with 4 fouls, 4th team foul, and he'll have to sit. 2 free throws for Robert Chatterd. The first one is good. So a tough break for Grand Rapids. Illikainen sits, replaced by Sam Smokrovich. Jalen Mobley in for Jalen Albritton on the Johnson side. Chatterd made the first free throw, and now his second is also good. A pair for Robert Chatterd. He checks out. Quashim Smith-Pugh back in for the Governors. 56-48. Johnson leads. They've been in front since early in the opening half. 10:55 left to play. Mark Laughlin up the right side running the point now for Grand Rapids. Marshall on him full court. Governor's not trapping as much recently. Laughlin into the middle, lost the handle, trying to get it back. Still on the floor, Laughlin sliding with it, able to save it to Poland. May have gotten away with the travel. Now Poland loses the handle, picked up by Adams. Up ahead, Watson 2-on-1, takes it himself and lays it in. Darius Watson in transition. Johnson's lead back to 10, 58-48. Laughlin attacking left, scoops it up, rolls off front rim. Rebound, Smith-Pugh. Johnson wants to run. Marshall gets hit at half court, and that's going to be 4 fouls now on Austin Poland. So Grand Rapids, their 2 top players, Alex Illikainen and Austin Poland, both in foul trouble. 4 personals apiece with 10:18 still to play. Johnson leading 58-48. The 5th Grand Rapids team foul. So Poland staying out there, he'll have to be careful. Illikainen already sitting with 4. Marshall way out on the left side for Johnson. Trying to use an Adams screen, goes right. Left corner to Watson, thought about the 3, drives to the elbow, puts it up, short, and the rebound Smokervich for Grand Rapids. Poland will take it up the right side, 9:55 to play. Johnson in front, 58-48. Right side of the logo, it's Poland, guarded by Marshall. Off a screen from Smokervich. Brings it into 10 feet, up in traffic. The teardrop rolls off front rim. Smokervich the board, back out. Top of the key 3 from Poland is an air ball short, out of bounds. Johnson ball. Poland couldn't get enough distance on that one. David Leby in for Mark Laughlin for Grand Rapids. Devontae Durr replaces Darius Watson on the Johnson side. 9:35 to play. Governors in front, 58-48. Marshall will walk it up the right side for Johnson. Poland meets him top of the key. Right off an Adams screen, helping out is Smokervich. Marshall, 10-foot leaner, banks it home. Marcus Marshall hasn't scored in a while, but now up to 18 points, 60-48 Johnson, 9:11 to go. Marshall with another tough shot in traffic. Left corner. It is Watland for Grand Rapids, actually 20 points now for Marshall. Right wing of Poland 3, short, battling for the rebound, Spoden, collision and a foul called. And I believe they'll get Johnson for their 5th team foul. B.J. Adams was trying to poke it away from Mike Spoden, who had position. They actually get Quashim Smith-Pugh for the foul, so he's the first Johnson player to pick up 4. 5th team foul, 4th on Smith-Pugh, has 7 points. And he'll come back out now. Robert Chatterd back in for the Governors. 8:55 remaining. Johnson by 12, 60-48. Grand Rapids has been as close as 6 here in the second half. Watland right baseline. Inbounds to Poland in the right corner. Marshall guarding him. Poland, 17-footer. No good off front rim. Rebound Mobley. He'll run with numbers. Up ahead to Marshall. Off left glass basket and the foul. And just like that, Johnson can match their largest lead. A scoring spurt here, 62-48. The Governors have scored 8 unanswered now. And Marcus Marshall a chance for a 3-point play. And Grand Rapids is going to bring Alex Illikainen back in with his 4 fouls. A.J. Watland, Sam Smokervich, Mike Spoden checking out. Reed Bender and Illikainen back in. And also Justin Gill in for the first time, 6-foot junior. Marshall at the line where he's 5 of 5 today, as a game-high 22 points. Misses that free throw, though, off front rim. The rebound Bender. 8:39 to play. Johnson by 14, 62-48. The Governors on an 8-0 run. They had a 21-6 run in the first half. Poland to the right side. Guarded by Chatterd, mismatch. He gets around Chatterd to the elbow. Out to Gill, top of the key, swung left for Bender. Couldn't get the handle, left corner, nearly taken away by Adams. Now Poland on the left wing. Gets around Marshall, the free throw line, stripped, but a foul called. Devontae Durr got a hand in there, but called for a reach. Looked like Poland was trying to pass, but they're going to say it's a shooting foul. It's the 3rd on Durr, 6th team foul, so both teams will be shooting free throws the rest of the way. Poland, 4 of 7 at the line, has 16 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists today, and his first free throw good. First points in a while for the Thunderhawks. Poland will shoot his second. It is good again. A pair for Austin Poland, 62-50 in favor of Johnson, 8:15 remaining. Mobley up the left side for the Governors. On him is Watland. Now right for Marshall. Actually, that was Gill guarding him. Marshall out for a screen, shattered. Marshall toward the logo. Looking for Mobley on the left baseline. Pass knocked out of bounds by Grand Rapids. Johnson will throw it back in underneath. 7:53 to play. The Governors by 12. They've led most of the game, up 62-50. And Devontae Durr will have the inbound. Durr throws it to Mobley, top of the key. To a cutting Adams, right side behind Illikainen, partially blocked. Bounces to Chatter, who lays it in. Illikainen, a great block, avoided his 5th foul. But Chatter there to follow, 64-50 Johnson, 7:38 to play. And on the left side, it's Leby for Grand Rapids. Leby takes it right. Marshall picks his pocket, gets the steal. On the left side, attacking Leby, draws the foul and gets the shot. What an individual effort for Marcus Marshall. Picked up the steal, drew the foul, made the basket, and Johnson has their largest lead now, 66-50 with 7:26 to go. Darius Watson comes back in for Johnson as he replaced Jalen Mobley. Mike Spoden's going to come in for Grand Rapids for Justin Gill. Marcus Marshall now 8 of 14 from the field, 5 of 6 at the line. Actually make it 9 of 15 from the field. He has 24 points to lead all scorers. Getting that last steal to set up his individual break. Drops in the free throw, 67-50 Johnson. A 13-2 run here for the Governors, building their largest lead of the day, 7:20 remaining. Leby up the left side against Durr. Feet tangled, and Devontae Durr can't believe the call, but he's whistled for a foul. Thought he had his position established, but that's his 4th personal. And the 7th team foul. David Leby will get a 1-and-1. Leby, the 5'10 senior, looking for his first points of the game. Jalen Mobley comes back in for Johnson. Durr will sit with those 4 fouls. Still 7:18 to play. Johnson by 17, 67-50. Leby's free throw, good, so he'll get the second one. Grand Rapids is a team now 15 of 18 at the line. Both teams have shot over 80% from the stripe. Second one for Leby. And no good off back rim. Rebound shattered. Leby gets 1 of 2. 7:15 remaining. 67-51 Johnson. In traffic is Mobley. Spinning. He banks it in. Spun around a couple different times. Jalen Mobley, I don't know how he had his bearings after all that. Still banked it in. 69-51 Johnson. 7 minutes left. The freshman Mobley showing off athleticism. Right side, it's Poland for the Thunderhawks against Watson. Takes it left to the free throw line. Lob for Illikainen, who touches it in. Alex Illikainen using his height. Now up to 18 points, 12 rebounds for the freshman, 69-53. Johnson leads with 6:35 to go, and the Governors want a timeout. 30-second timeout called by Vernon Simmons, as he'll make sure his team is on the same page, but Johnson in a pretty good spot here with 6:36 to go, up 16, 69-53. Again, Marcus Marshall has led the way as he has all season for the Governors, 25 points. 11 points for Jalen Albritton, all in the first half. Grand Rapids has 18 apiece from Austin Poland and Alex Illikainen. Illikainen also with the 12 rebounds. Poland has 6 assists as well. And for Johnson, Marcus Marshall has contributed defensively, also with 3 steals. But 69-53, the Governors lead, 6:36 to play. Again, our final third place game will be after this, the 4A matchup, Hopkins and Eden Prairie. Mobley over to the right side for the Governors. Top of the key, Smith Pugh. Behind the defense, Chattered. Blocked from behind by Ilakainen. Ball loose on the floor. Tied up. The arrow keeps it with Johnson. Alex Ilakainen's had a couple impressive blocks playing with 4 fouls. A little more aggressive than you'd expect, but he's gotten both of them clean. And right baseline, Darius Watson will inbound. Bounces it to Chattered. Up with the left hand. And before the shot of travel. Robert Chattered trying to force it up, but the Johnson turnover. 6:23 to play. Governors ahead 69-53. Johnson setting up their pressure. Haven't gone to that in a while, and now they back off after the inbound. Leby will walk it right to left. Watson on him full court. Leby between his legs. Crosses over to the right side. Right wing has Poland. Poland against Marshall. Looking for Ilakainen, who rolls to the right block, runs into Smith Pugh, and a blocking foul. Both players playing with 4, and Grand Rapids got a break there. It certainly looked like Quashim Smith Pugh had his feet set to draw the charge, but he is fouled out of the game with 7 points. The collision, whoever they called it on, was going to foul out, and Grand Rapids thankful it's Smith Pugh. Dodging a bullet there as Shelby Ashford replaces Smith Pugh, who's fouled out. Robert Chattered comes out as well for B.J. Adams. So Ilakainen will shoot the 1-and-1. It was the 8th Johnson team foul. Just over 6 minutes to play. Front end good. 19 points now for Ilakainen. Been playing for a while with the 4 fouls. And the second one, no good off back rim. Battle for the rebound, it's out of bounds off Reed Bender. Johnson ball, exactly 6 minutes to play. Johnson 69, Grand Rapids 54. And the Governors have it from left to right. Marcus Marshall on the left end, slowing it down now later in this game with the 15-point lead. Mobley over to Marshall on the left side. Back for Mobley. Johnson will play some catch along the perimeter. Watson along the right baseline. Ran out of room. Partially blocked. Picked up by Bender. He has a 3-on-1. Poland on the left side. Pulls up from 12 and puts it in. Over the top of Jalen Mobley. 20 points now for Austin Poland. 69-56 Johnson. 5:25 to go. Grand Rapids trying to answer late. Marshall in the left corner. Over to Watson, left side of the logo, takes it right over to Mobley, right corner Ashford. Back to Watson on the left wing. He'll slow it down again, 5:15 remaining. Johnson 69, Grand Rapids 56. Leby stepping up on Watson, trying to force the issue. Watson to the middle, bounces it to Adams, 10-footer over Spoden, short. Rebound picked back up by Adams around Ilakainen, too strong off left glass. Rebound Bender. Couple good looks for B.J. Adams, couldn't put it in. Poland to the middle for the Thunderhawks. 4:50 remaining now. Poland driving left, scoops it up and in off glass. Austin Poland knifing his way through defenders, able to finish it. Grand Rapids leading scorer now with 22 points in his final high school game. 69-58 Johnson, 4:46 to play. The senior leading scorers have delivered this afternoon. Marcus Marshall, 25 points for Johnson. Austin Poland now with 22 for Grand Rapids. And again, the Governors built a 17-point lead here, but Johnson has cut it back, or Grand Rapids has cut it back down to 11 at 69-58. 4:46 left to play. I believe 2 timeouts remaining for Grand Rapids. Dan Elhard calling that last one. Here in this Class 3A third place game. Johnson was shooting it about 61% at halftime. They've cooled off a little bit, down to about 52%. Grand Rapids right around 44% for the game. Johnson has only turned it over once in the second half after they had 10 in the first period. Grand Rapids has cut down their turnovers as well, only 3 after 13 in the first half, so it's been a more cleanly played second period. Johnson out of the timeout with Shelby Ashford, Marcus Marshall, Jalen Mobley, Devontae Durr, and B.J. Adams. Mike Spoden, Austin Poland, David Leby, and Reed Bender for Grand Rapids. Poland and Ilakainen both playing with 4 fouls for the Thunderhawks. Quashim Smith Pugh is already fouled out for Johnson. Mobley nearly gave it away on the left side, trying to get it to Durr left corner. It was poked out of bounds by Spoden. Johnson will inbound again, 4:35 to play. And the Governors leading 69-58. Marshall with it way out on the left side. He'll be picked up by Leby. Grand Rapids doesn't want Poland guarding him with the 4 fouls. Poland guards Mobley instead. Left side to Durr against Bender. Poland helps out for a trap, knocked away the pass in the backcourt. Battle for the loose ball. Poland wrestles it free. Ilikainen on the left side puts it up. Too strong, he couldn't finish. Bounces back to him, but he had a foot on the baseline. And a tough break for the Thunderhawks. Alex Ilikainen had a wide open layup after the hustle of Austin Poland. Couldn't put it home. 4:12 to go. 69-58 in favor of Johnson. Darius Watson back in for the Governors for Jalen Mobley. And Johnson will take it left to right. Walking it up the left side, it's Darius Watson. Over to the right for Durr, touch back to Watson. Top of the key, Adams, back to Durr. Running clock with 4 minutes remaining. Johnson ahead, 69-58. Watson holding it on the left side. Fans always get upset with when teams do this of the trailing team, but it's the smart strategy with no shot clock. Ashford right baseline, gives it off to Watson. Marshall top of the key, running more time. Goes left. Trapped. Trying to get rid of it. Lob, Ashford able to catch it left corner. Now over to Durr. And Johnson playing the 4 corners right now. Clock down to 3:25. Governors up 69-58. Top of the key, Watson, left wing to Adams, and he's fouled. Grand Rapids just had to get the ball out of Johnson's hands there. It's their 8th team foul, so B.J. Adams will shoot the 1-and-1. Mike Spoden hit him from behind. Spoden's 2nd personal. So we'll see what Adams can do at the line. Johnson is 16 of 20 as a team. And B.J. Adams, 3 of 3, has 9 points, 5 rebounds. Front end, rolls off front rim, no good. Rebound Ilikainen, so the foul pays off for Grand Rapids. 3:15 to go. Johnson up 69-58. Poland into the middle off a Spoden screen, trying to get space. NBA 3, straight on and short. The air ball. Ilikainen tries to save it, but he was out of bounds. Would have gone right to Marshall anyways. And Jalen Mobley comes back in for Johnson for B.J. Adams. 3:05 remaining. Johnson still holding the 11-point lead, 69-58. And imagine they'll run more clock till the Thunderhawks force them to do otherwise. Marshall walks it up, gives it to Watson on the left end. Now down under 3 minutes remaining in this one. Ashford at the free throw line for a cutting. Durr was tipped by Spoden, then off Durr's hand out of bounds. So Grand Rapids does force the turnover. Vernon Simmons wondering why his team was in such a hurry, making a pass to the basket there. 2:45 to play. Johnson up 69-58. Leby walking it up the middle now for Grand Rapids. Right for Poland against Watson. Screen from Ilikainen, pulls up from 10. Too strong off glass over Marshall. Spoden couldn't corral the rebound. Mobley gets it. He'll run up the middle, 3-on-2. Marshall left side around Bender. Collision, basket, and the foul. Reed Bender couldn't get his feet set. And another 3-point play opportunity for Marcus Marshall, now with 27 points on the day. 2:27 to go, 71-58 Governors. The foul on Bender is his 4th. 9th team foul. 3rd Grand Rapids player to pick up 4. Johnson going offense, defense. B.J. Adams comes in for Jalen Mobley. But Marshall back to the line, where he is 6 of 7 this afternoon. A game high 27 points for the senior who's headed to Missouri State next year. Final high school game for him. And the free throw good. Mark Laughlin comes back in for offense on the Grand Rapids side for David Leby. Down to 2:27 remaining. Johnson by 14, 72-58. Trying to take home 3rd place in Class 3A. Poland will jog it up the right side. Grand Rapids needs some quick scores. Johnson will be running time whenever they get the opportunity. Poland taking it right. Up with the right hand. Basket and the foul. That'll help. Austin Poland creating contact. Chance for a 3-point play. The foul is on Devontae Durr, and now he is fouled out. So both Durr and Quashim Smith-Pugh have fouled out for the Governors. Durr done for the day. It was the 9th team foul. He fouls out with 2 points. So he's replaced by Jalen Mobley. Robert Chatterd comes in for B.J. Adams. So Durr, the senior, in his final game fouls out. Poland trying to get the three-point play with 2:15 remaining. He's up to 24 points now, the Grand Rapids star. Free throw good. Back to an 11-point game, 72-61 Johnson. 2:13 left. Poland in the backcourt. He can't foul as he has 4, but trying to hassle Marshall. Marshall dribbles through traffic into the lane, banks it in. And Marcus Marshall just so good dribbling through defenders, now has 30 points. 74-61 Johnson, under 2 minutes to go. Poland over to the right side, attacking Watson, pulls up from 10, too strong off glass. Mobley with the strong rebound, and Jalen Mobley over to the right side. He'll stop three-point line, go to the corner. And now Marshall, Johnson wants it in his hands. Knife to the left elbow, content to run some time now. Gets it away to Chatterd, feeds it for Mobley, blocked emphatically by Illikainen going up. 3 block shots in the second half for the Grand Rapids big man. But Johnson still in control, up 74-61. Now a minute 31 remaining in the game. Darius Watson will inbound right baseline. Watson gets it into Chatterd, and Johnson calling a timeout. 30-second timeout as they were taking a wild inbound the ball. Vernon Simmons wanting to make sure he gets a clean inbound. If Johnson can make some free throws, they'll be fine. Up 74-61 with a minute and a half to play. Again, Marcus Marshall has led the way, 30 points. 25 for Austin Poland. Alex Illikainen has the double-double, 19 points, 13 rebounds, a few blocked shots as well. But Johnson has led pretty much the entire way. They put a run together midway through the first half, led by 12 at halftime, as many as 17 here in the second half. Grand Rapids has gotten within 6, but unable to draw any closer. They got it to 6, and then Johnson at one point scored 8 unanswered, took control back. Marshall inbounding on the right baseline. Lob to Ashford. Bounce back to Marshall, under the basket, forces it up, short, but he's fouled. So Marcus Marshall will go back to the line. Looking to add some more points to his total, up over 30. Reed Bender called for the foul. So Bender is fouled out. First Grand Rapids player to be disqualified, the senior. Finishes with the foul out. He fouls out with 6 points, 3 rebounds, and the Grand Rapids fans on their feet to applaud what he's done today and throughout his career. Pat on the back from Dan Elhard. He comes out for Justin Gill. Minute 26 remaining. Johnson ahead 74-61. And Marshall shooting 2. First one rolls off front rim, no good. Rare miss for Marcus Marshall today. Was very good in their quarterfinal win over Austin. Had the semifinal loss to Minneapolis Washburn. Johnson did. Misses both. That one off back rim. Rebound picked up by Illikainen, and Poland will hurry it from right to left with a minute 20 to go. Poland on the left side. Lob under the basket is intercepted by Chatterd, and he'll get it away to Mobley, who's fouled quickly by Justin Gill. Gill's second foul, or actually his first, and Jalen Mobley will get to shoot 2 as both teams in the double bonus. But Johnson looks like they'll hang on to take third place here with a minute 10 to go. Again, Washburn and De La Salle will be playing for the 3A championship tonight at Target Center. And the first free throw good from Jalen Mobley. Mobley just a freshman. 6 points, 7 rebounds for him. Second free throw up front rim. Illikainen the rebound. And Poland brings it up with 1:05 left, 75-61 Governors. Poland stop and go move left, spins to the middle, puts it up short. Rebound tapped around, bounced out top of the key. Laughlin picks it up with under a minute to go. Illikainen a 15-footer, off back rim from the right baseline. Poland grabs the board, dishes off for Spoden, who's blocked going up by Chatterd, out of bounds to Grand Rapids. Johnson continuing to work hard. And Grand Rapids is going to get another one of their seniors in, making sure he can play in this final game. Michael Leslie, 6'2 senior, comes in for Justin Gill. He'll inbound it to Illikainen. Right block, put up, partially blocked by Ashford. Bounced off Spoden's head, right to Illikainen, and he lays it in. 40 seconds left, 75-63 Johnson. Illikainen gets up to 19 points. Right corner, Marshall. He's content to hold it. Dribbles along the baseline, somehow stayed in bounds, but then threw it off Ashford's hand. And Grand Rapids will get the ball one more time. 27 seconds left. 75-63 in favor of Johnson. B.J. Adams comes back in for Shelby Ashford on the Governor's side. Poland brings it up the right end. Met by Watson. Trying to get up one more shot here. Drives it left, up in traffic short. And Chatterd wrestles away the rebound. We'll see if Grand Rapids bothers to foul. Only 10 seconds left. And Johnson will be able to let time expire. St. Paul Johnson takes home this third place game here this afternoon in St. Paul. The Governors led most of the way. Fans on both sides applauding their teams. Successful seasons coming to an end here this afternoon. But again, the final score, St. Paul Johnson 75, Grand Rapids 63. Marcus Marshall finishes with 30 points to lead all scorers. Austin Poland had 25 on the Grand Rapids side. Johnson finishes their year with a record of 22-9. And Grand Rapids will close out their season with a record of 25-7. As again, St. Paul Johnson unseeded heading into the tournament. They do take home third place with this victory over Grand Rapids. They bring the trophies onto the court. We'll have that presentation for you in just a minute. Grand Rapids will receive their fourth place trophy. Johnson will get their third place trophy, and the players getting bronze medals as well. And then the all-tournament team presentations will be at the Target Center tonight. But again, a 75-63 win for St. Paul Johnson. Congratulations to the Governors winning third place, and certainly congratulations to Grand Rapids on an outstanding season as well. Alex Illikainen also had a double-double, 21 points, 16 rebounds for Grand Rapids. Mentioned the 30 points for Marcus Marshall. Jalen Albritton also had 11. So the team's back to their benches. They'll get their trophies in a minute. Here from St. Paul as St. Paul Johnson gets the win, 75-63. These teams met in the state tournament championship a couple years ago. Grand Rapids has been to the tournament 5 years in a row. Austin Poland closes out his very successful career. So we'll take you down to the court now for the presentation of the trophies to both teams.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask the captains of the Grand Rapids team to please come forward and receive their Class 3A fourth place tournament trophy. Grand Rapids finishes their season 25-7. 25-7. Grand Rapids, congratulations on a terrific year. Third place team receives bronze medals and a team trophy. Medals will now be presented to each official squad member of the third place team. Please step forward as your name is called. Number 1, senior Marcus Marshall. Number 3, freshman Jalen Mobley. Number 4, senior Shelby Ashford. 5, Quasheen Smith-Pugh, a junior. Number 10, the senior Devontae Durr. Number 11, junior Robert Chatter. 21, the senior Jalen Aldrin. 23, the senior Darius Watson. 24, a junior B.J. Adams.
The Charger.
25, senior Charles Jackson. 33, junior Travis Sheetslaw.
When are we going to find out if we have to stay or not?
34, a sophomore Damon Pittman. Correction, Damari Pittman, correction.
Oh, yeah.
44, junior
thanks for
Andre
coming,
Collins.
Are you leaving?
Well, you can get home. Oh, let me see if you can get home.
53, junior Cantrell Kirk. 55, sophomore Alex Tony.
Well, you just gotta go to someone else's house.
Okay, we're going to do one of those things. So, like, I'm going to say go and
Assistant coach Anthony Williams.
You just gotta.
Assistant coach Colin Moore.
No, it's on channel. No, it's on that. The other channel 10. That retro.
And your head coach, Vernon Simmons. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask the captains of St. Paul Johnson, please come forward and receive your Class 3A third place trophy. St. Paul Johnson Governors finished their season with a record of 22 wins and 9 losses, 22 and 9 for St. Paul Johnson. Congratulations to both Grand Rapids and St. Paul Johnson. Thanks to the fans for being here this afternoon. Appreciate it. Coming up next is Hopkins and Eden Prairie at 4 a.m. About 30 minutes.
Congratulations to the St. Paul Johnson Governors. They get their Class 3A third place trophy, and congratulations to the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks as well. They take home the fourth place trophy as Johnson wins this third place game by a final score of 75-63. The Governors finish their season with a record of 22 and 9. Grand Rapids finishes up with a record of 25 and 7 on the year. Again, Marcus Marshall led all scorers with 30 points for the Governors. We're going to have one more third place game coming up for you here from the Gangolf Center. It'll be the 4A matchup, Hopkins and Eden Prairie. So that'll be back with you in about 25 minutes or so. Again, St. Paul Johnson beats Grand Rapids 75-63. And this has been Dan Flanagan with the Class 3A third place game in St. Paul.